On you guys, Lou back at it again, another video. Now for today's video, we're going to be talking about Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook is taking a lot of criticism right now because of his playoff performance, and he has something to say, and this is what he had to say right here. He said, I don't really care what people say, what they think about me, because it really doesn't matter. I know what I'm able to do and know what I'm able to do at a high level every night, and nobody else can do what I can do on a night in, night out basis, and I truly believe that. If they could, I'm pretty sure they would. But I know for a fact that nobody can. Now, I know that Russell doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of should care for yourself of how you're doing, you know? Sometimes you got to kind of own up to certain things that you did, and I'm pretty sure he does. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch enough of the interviews as I should. But at the end of the day, you saying that you don't care shows that you don't care about losing. Like, you never really talk that much already to certain people, and you don't really let out that much because you try to keep your life private. So you go into this kind of state where you're just, you know, you act so nonchalant about everything you say, and that's a fact, right? But, bruh, the only thing that you really addressed here that I noticed in this, you know, whole little small paragraph here is the fact that you try to address kind of that nobody can do what you do, right? And what do? Currently, you get a lot of triple doubles. And honestly, it's impressive. For 3 seasons now, you've averaged a triple-double. And that takes a lot of stuff. You know, nobody can just do that, and you're right. And I think he's trying to address the stat pattern situation because he's trying to say if anybody else could do it, they would. And that's true as well. And I've said this before. But at the end of the day, the reason that you're not going to be able to win is not even because of your skills, bro. It's sometimes the personality. That's what the only thing I could come to. You're such a great player. Your percentages are not that great from shooting, and that's another problem right there. You know, you get a lot of points and stuff like that, but sometimes when you need the bucket at the right time, you know? And sometimes you got a lot of points in, but it's just you got to know how to win the game. You got to know how to close it out. And I think sometimes, I don't know if Russell gets that. You know, he had KD before, so that's why they were able to go to the finals. KD could close out games. KD go up in there, shut it down in the fourth. You know, Russell will back him up. And I've seen Russell be clutch, so I'm not that's why it's such a weird conversation because he's such a great player. And I never want to blame him as the only reason why this team couldn't succeed. There's a lot of other reasons as well. But just because this is about Russell, we're talking about Russell. And it's difficult, man. It's really difficult. I don't know. Now, they were talking about legacy. There's a lot of legacy talk as well. And I don't know if he's kind of addressing that with the criticism that he's getting currently because there's a lot of people saying that, you know, this is one of these guys that had Kevin Durant. He's had Harden. He has Paul George. He's had Melo. You know, he's had a lot of stuff, and he hasn't really been able to get it. Should he have been able to have a chip already? For sure. For sure. And I don't even blame him, really, for a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that is because of the fact of injuries, the teams that they were facing. You know what I'm saying? And if Russell and KD were teamed up right now and they still had Harden and they were all the same, they would still go dumb. They would tear up the league probably. But right now, I think Russell as an A alpha, right? He needs to take the situation, and I think he puts too much on his plate. He thinks he needs to do more than he really needs to do. That's not true. You got some teammates, you know. I don't think they're the deepest team, but I've said this before already. You got to trust. You got PG. He didn't have a good night, really. You know what I'm saying? So he tried to take over. It just didn't work. It just didn't work. It's not efficient. It takes a lot to be able to actually throw up 31 shots, people. You know what I'm saying? 31 shots is 31 shots. If I throw up 10 in the game, I'm happy. If I even throw 5, I'm lit. You know, so 31 shots, it takes a lot, and it takes a lot of trust from your teammates, and it takes a lot. But maybe some of the ones you missed, maybe you could have gave them out to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You could have did more with it. At the end of the day, I think Russell's going to figure it out. I think he's learning from this because he's been to finals already. You know what I'm saying? He's been to a lot of places. And it's in the Western Conference, harder. And you're battling some teams out here. So He still got some years to figure this out. And I think he's going to get to the place where he could be able to go and make some decisions. He's committed to OKC, and I love that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? That's something I admire as, you know, watching him in the game, is that you're sticking with this. You know, it's not easy. Your star power got you Paul George. You know, Paul George, that's another conversation, but he's had some unsuccessful seasons now in the playoffs as well. And they got to figure that out together. And that's what this is all about now. Now, if they can get another component, you know what I'm saying? They could be dangerous still, you know? Look at what CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard just did without Nurkic. You know, they're not deep at all either. And they were still able to kind of cook like that with two players. They could cook up. Paul George and Russell Westbrook? Come on. They could cook something up. And I am disappointed with how they went out this season. I'm disappointed with the performances that they put up. But I'm ready to see what they're going to do next season and see if they got something better. So tell me what you guys think down below in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. I'm out.